Hey everyone. So, yes, I'm in a whole different little section right now. Hope everyone have an amazing day. Um, yesterday was a day for me. Yesterday was a day. So, as I always do, give you updates. So, yesterday I think I did a couple of videos, and my son is still, out of town right now. So, it's just been by myself at my mom's house. And all I know is later on that afternoon, I decided to leave the house. And at the time, I was going to leave and come right back. That was the plan, leave. But when I walked into the living room, something I've been staring at since I've been, my mom been in this house for 9 years. 9 years. And something I've been staring at the whole entire time and never noticed. Never noticed until yesterday. And that's why I'm where I'm at for right now. So you know how parents, your grandparents, whatever, they have a place with a bunch of pictures, right? So I was looking in the living room. We have pictures. So on one wall, it is a picture of my grandmother at the top, my mother at the bottom. That's one wall. Another area, there is a picture of me and my brother, if not mistaken, our class pictures, okay, together. Then the wall, in one of the videos, I'm sitting down in a chair, and I know y'all can see some pictures, but you probably don't see the face. That is a wall where it's just a picture of my brother, military picture, my JROTC picture, and then a picture of my mom at a military event. Okay. So mine and my brother picture are together, and then hers on the side. Underneath that, y'all probably seen before, is two plaques that my uncle, before he passed away, did. One of Barack Obama and one of Michelle Obama underneath all of that. That's that. Then in the corner by the kitchen, there is a display of all the family, majority of the family pictures, right? It's even pictures of my brother's wife and her kids on the thing. It's a picture of my son and a picture of my oldest son and of my kids. Matter of fact, all three of my kids up there. The whole family. The whole family. Now, my mom got a bunch of pictures. I'm not up there. I'm not up there. The whole family is on this tower. It is a tower. So my aunt is at the top of the tower with my uncle that I never met before, and someone else. And then my mom, she's in the middle of the tower. It's a glamour shot. She's in the middle of the tower. And it's my other uncles. And then at the bottom, it's a picture of my aunt on one side, my mother on the side, and then someone in the middle, and my brother. I ain't nowhere on this tower. This is a family tower. But I am somewhere. So I'm going to post a picture. Now, there's a child, but he's grown now. So we ain't got to worry about that. But I put black over his face. Only reason why I had to do black, because that would have been the only color where you couldn't see his face. This is him as a child. However, he's grown now. So it's not like I'm posting a little kid. But yeah. So then there is a, what is it called? It's a lamp. It's a lamp, but it's one of old school lamps. It's a glass lamp that have the old school you know how not like moss, but the little I always call those little hot dog little tree things and all of that. It's it looked like a forest type, but it's dried up. You really can't see it, but you're gonna see something. But there's my picture, right? And it's a picture of me when I was in Power Daycare. And when I was in daycare. And the picture of me is with a graduation hat. And then around me, the background is blue. I'm white, got white on. Background is blue. But then it's a silhouette around that. And I'm looking at it. I said, that looked like a picture for someone that passing away. I said, ain't that by the blimp, but that ain't the kicker. The picture that's beside me is of a child. But guess what's on the child's shirt? The word that's on the child's shirt. Beast. Beast. She put me beside a picture that says Beast. And what was so crazy is one day I saw the picture of me kind of in the front. But one day it's like she repositioned it to make sure that she letting me know you are a beast. Like the devil. And it's been like this ever since she moved into this place. And it's crazy. I've always looked at it. And it's crazy because if you're not paying attention, when you sit in the chair at the kitchen table, you can hit this tower. But it's literally an altar of the family. And I'm not on it. But she has my kids on it, but I'm not on it. And it's been like this the whole entire time. And what was so crazy was when I was communicating with her some years ago, she used to be like, go, like my youngest son, his dad, go get where his picture at. Go get his picture so I can have pictures of him as well up here. So to think about it, I never done that. I never did that. But to think about it, it's like you thinking about it now, it's like you was gonna put a picture of him up there, but you don't even have at least a single picture, not multiple, like not even one, not a baby picture, not a middle-aged picture, nothing. It's crazy. So I saw that and I was like, you know what? I'm leaving. So I was like, I'm leaving. I said, I'm not coming back. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm not. Because I'm leaving everything. And I'm going to get to everything. But there's layers to this whole thing. There's layers. So I'm going to always be transparent. So I leave. And I'm walking. And something said, there's an old store called Peebles. Not Pebbles. Peebles. And it's abandoned. It's like a little abandoned area, but it's all connected to like the Food Lion and all of that. But it's on the side. So I'm walking and everything, and this is the kicker. Out of nowhere, when I'm walking, like I can feel myself, like I'm talking in tongues and stuff, and I'm not moving for no one. When I say ain't moving, I don't care whoever's in front of me. You gonna go around me? 'Cause I ain't moving. And so I'm walking. It gets to a point after I get past the McDonald's, I start walking on the actual side of the streets. Freak the grass. I got off the grass and get on the street. And now, there's cars coming. Big trucks. It's like tractor trailers be rolling up in here quick. Out of nowhere, I just put my hands up. Before that happened, I put my hands up and I'm like, thank you, God. And I said, I give up. But I know when I said I give up, it wasn't me. It was another energy that was like surrendering at that moment. Like, I give up. So I'm doing that for whoever that person was. And I feel like that was my mother's spirit. That was literally, or the person of my mother's spirit that was like, I surrender. The Jezebel spirit. And so I'm walking. And out of nowhere, like I said, then I get on I'm actually on the little edge of between the grass and the street. There's no sidewalk. So I'm basically on the street. And now, you know how they have the little potholes, the little areas for the water to drain through. I'm walking. I'm looking straight. God said, go around it. Because the first one I walked over. Next one, guy said, go around it. So now I'm walking into the traffic and walking around. I don't look back at all. So there could have been a tractor trailer coming and it knocked the crap out of me and killed me. And it was like four of them that I had to walk around. I had my hands up in the air like this and I walked around each one of them. Didn't look back or nothing. Kept on going. Guy said, go to Peoples. I said, okay. I go to Peoples. Did I go to Peoples first? No. Did I? Yeah, I go to Peoples and I stand there. Now, this is the thing. I'm over there and I'm sitting there and I'm like, sitting there and stuff. Is it Peoples? Did I do that first? Give me a second. I did a couple of things. I sat down. Okay, now I remember. All right, so I go to Peoples. Clouds over the sun. All right. It's a cloud over the sun. I stand there. Next minute I do, I turn around and I look at the sun. I start talking to the sun, right? Put my hands up and I told the cloud, move out of the way. It moved. It moved. The clouds moved. The clouds moved out of the way. But it took me a minute though, because this is my first time. This is my first time doing something like this. So this is what happened. It took a minute. Because I was listening to some gospel music and stuff. And I was sitting there. At first I was standing up. Then I had to sit down. Because I was like, let me get closer to the ground. And so when I looked up, just to let you know, everything vibrates. Everything, it looked like little bubbles. That's the best way I can explain it. It looked like slight little bubbles all on top. Or you know what? Another way. Have y'all ever like been around gas? Gas. And you know how gas, I don't know if everybody can see it, but gas fumes, when it's strong, you see little fumes. The fumes, if you can see that, that's what it looks like. Okay, everything was moving. And I was seeing that it looked like fumes, like the little slight clouds or whatever that was in front of me. And I see that. And in the next minute, I know everything started vibrating. Everything. And then I saw little specks. So it was a bunch of spirits around me. A bunch of spirits. Little tiny white specks around me. After that, couldn't concentrate. So I sat down. And I just sat there for a minute. And I put my hands on the ground. And I sat there. So then something said, focus. Focus on what it is. I heard God, I could hear the God voice saying, focus on what it is. And I know y'all, I tell you, I know who I am, but my reality, I respect it too. And even though it's one, okay? So I hear focus. So the sun is over here, right? But there's a cloud over it. And it said focus. So I closed my eyes and I focused. It said, can you feel the sun? I said, yeah, I can feel it. I had to focus on the energy of the sun. It's like, can you feel it? I was like, yeah, I can feel it. Focus on it. I focused on it. It went from a dark feeling to now I can feel the sun, but the sun is still behind the cloud. Literally still behind the cloud. But I zoned in on it that much to the point I could feel the heat of the sun behind the cloud. Okay? I'm feeling it. And the more I feel it, then I relax myself. And I got so relaxed to the point that my energy pulled the light towards me. Once I done that, then with my eyes closed, I can see myself glowing gold with my eyes closed. Before I know it, the sunlight the cloud went away. The cloud went away and the sun is open. Bow. Now the sun is looking at me, and it's like I can hear someone talking to me or people talking to me, and it was crazy. I'm holding a whole conversation. Now I'm literally staring at the sun now. I'm looking at the sun. And before, it was like a purple color, and then it started vibrating. The sun's surface, it vibrated. And I'm staring at it. And I'm staring at it. And I'm holding a conversation. Then I realized, that's the portal. That's how we got in here. That's how we got in. That is a hole in the earth, in the dome. That's the hole. That's the hole. Nobody can get out. I can, but y'all can't. It's so bright. It's like the sunlight. It's so bright. No one can get out. The only ones can get out that have their vibrations high enough that can withstand the heat. That's it. Can you handle that light? Because when I stared at it, the light turned purple, then it started turning other colors and all of that. And I could hear people talking through it. Literally, or spirits, or and like I can hear the whole conversation. I can hear a conversation. I'm actually holding a conversation. But the crazy thing is, it's me. That's the kicker. I was talking to me. That's the kicker. I was talking to me. It's weird. It's like, it is me. I am the universe. Oh my God. I'm talking to myself. It was crazy. So after that happened, then I stopped. I actually had to, like, I would have my glasses on, so my glasses can turn brown. Okay, they shades. And so I ended up taking something like take, because when this happened, I had my shades on, but I had to take my shades off. When I took my shades off, I was able to do all this. When I took my shades off, I see lights everywhere. I see yellow lights everywhere. And it was like the light were reflecting. It was moving. Like, I know they say when you stare at something long enough or whatever, everything. Nah, it was different shapes. It was different sizes everywhere, and it was moving. It was like footsteps in front of me, walking like a spirit. I could see the spirits. I can see people's spirits without have to zone in and see it. I was seeing people's spirits. And it was on people's vehicles and all of that. It just showed me who was protected. Yo, I could see y'all. I could see who was protected. The light was on on these people's vehicles. It was on people. It was crazy. So I followed the light. It took me to Burger King, and I saw a bunch of them because, there's a people, spiritual people that know about me, and they already coming to see me. That's what it is. People already got the idea, so they just watching. It's like, in a way, it's like watching the show. It is what it is. So I went to Burger King. After that, at the Burger King, I walked into Food Lion. I walked into Food Lion, and when I walked into Food Lion, something said get a Mountain Dew. Got that, and I walked around all the aisles in the store. I blessed over the oils, and it was something else, water, and it was one more other thing. I can't remember what the eggs. Water, oil, eggs. I think that was the three that I did. I think it was one more thing. Was it bread? It was not bread. It was something else. But yeah, I did like that over it. So that happened. I left there. And so I decided to go somewhere else. So I'm staying somewhere right now. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something for me. I said, I'm not going back. I'm not going back to that house. I can't go back. Lord knows I can't go back. I don't know. All I know is I'm gonna be patient in this process. I'm following the order of what is my spirit is telling me to do, because I've been played with. Okay, I've been played with a lot in this process, because they've been trying to tell me, oh, everything fine, don't worry about it, everything good. Nah, until I get where I need to get at, I'm gonna continue doing what I need to do. That's just that. Okay, because it's a process, and I'm gonna believe in me all day, all day, all day. So that was the thing. But yeah, so I did that. No. Let me go back. After I left out of the Food Lion, there's an old school phone booth there. I sat inside that for a second, and then I went back to People's, because I wanted to see, am I tripping? Is this ability that I'm able to do now? Okay, that's what it was. Before I went to where I'm, next location, I was like, let me make sure. So now the clouds are back over the sun again. It's back over the sun again. And I was able to do it all over again. I was like, what? Yeah, I actually can move the clouds. I can move the clouds. Yep. So yeah, so that happened. What else happened? That I came to the location where I need to come to. Yeah, so I'm gonna just leave it at with those things. Those are major things and stuff like that. I did shout when I was at People's, because I was happy. I was like, God is here, God is here, I am God. I did shout. I ain't got nothing to be ashamed of. You understand me? I'm gonna do what I supposed to do. So then today, a situation happened. I had did something, and these folks overcharged me. So this person overcharged me, and before because I was about to go get me something to eat, and I looked at my account, and I'm looking at my account like, hold up, pimpin'. So I went and talked to the people that I did this transaction with, and I was like, excuse me, ma'am, you charged me an extra charge. And the lady was like, oh, yeah, I forgot how she said it, but she was like, you'll get it back in 7 days. I said, I don't know how, I don't remember everything, but all I know is I was like, it ain't my fault, so I shouldn't have to wait 7 days for this transaction to be taken care of. Well, we have a policy and we have these things in some type of contents like that. I said, I get that, but that's my money and that was your fault. I said, because the lady never told me there was going to be money that's going to be pulled out. She said, well, technically they don't supposed to happen. Okay, so if it's not my fault, so I shouldn't have to wait 7 days for this to get taken care of. And she's like, well, that's something we got to do with management. I said, okay. I said, so my thing is, how is y'all policy? What's the policy when something like this happen, where something in your system messes up? It's not the customer fault. So what's your backup policy? Cause I said, if you can, I would take cash then. And she's like, we can't give cash. I said, well, I would like my money. She's like, well, we cannot do that. I said, well, I'm gonna ask you this question. What if I was a abuse victim on the run from an abuser, and you taking my money, and I gotta wait 7 days, and this is my money to be able to get away? That's the scenario I use, because I'm a type of person, I like to know, like, what's the deal, because I want y'all to know something about me. When I communicate with someone about something, it ain't about me to prove my authority. I'm doing it because I'm trying to help somebody else that could be going through the situation. Okay, it might be one thing for me, but it could be something different for someone else. So that's how I handle myself. I'm never trying to just sit here and just say, oh, I'm doing this because I'm this, I'm that. No, I look at me as you. Okay, and if I'm coming in and if they can't respect you, they ain't respecting me, and we got a problem. I do this everywhere I go at. Okay, I've done it at the hospital. I've done it at the police department before. Right before they took me, I do it everywhere, wherever I go. Even when I was in customer service, okay, and I worked with the company, and when I did sales, a customer come in for a problem, and I know I had to go through customer service. I'll talk to customer service as if I'm a customer and be like, you need to fix this issue. Well, I don't care. Fix the issue. Matter of fact, put the manager on the phone. Yes, put your manager on the phone. And so we can handle this situation. Yeah, I even talk to the employees the same way because we a team. All right, we're a team. And at the end of the day, if we ain't helping the customer to feel comfortable, make sure the customer's taken care of, then why you looking for a check? Because you ain't doing your job. That's how I look at it. So I'm going to do that with any team I'm on. We're going to all, even if I need to be checked, check me. Okay, because we are mates. We are teammates. Okay, that's how I roll. That's how I roll. Back to my story. Okay, so I'm talking to this lady, and she literally got a little attitude. And my spirit was like, on some, all right now. So it's her and this other lady. The other lady, every time the lady had a little attitude, I looked at the other lady. The other lady looked at me like, The other lady walked off and had to come back. So the lady I'm talking to, and this is what got me. So she was like, well, I have to talk to management. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And I'm asking about the policies. She kind of made me feel some type of, she was like, well, I can, I don't have to actually deal with management. Oh, you're threatening me. Okay, I said, if that's the case, management, I said, my management can deal with you as well. That's when the white, I'm gonna call out, that's when the lady walked out. When I said it. I said, my management can deal with you as well. But I was polite. I was really polite about it. But it made me upset because it's like this. You don't own the place. You work there. And I understand that you the person that working at the time. But you know that it was not my fault. So give me the customer service you want. Cause I asked her, I said, how will you feel if this would happen to you? It don't bother me. Bet. That's what I said. I think if I said, okay, bet. So then it was something else she said. She was like, every company has secrets. I said, you cool with that? Because I was talking to her because she was like, I'm a very honest person. Well, first and foremost, when a person got to announce how honest they are, they a liar. Because you ain't got to announce it. You just show it. Okay? Or she said honest or truthful. Either or was all a lie. But she was like, every company has their secrets. And I said, you cool with that? I said, because you working here. I said, are you all right with that, knowing that your company holding out secrets about different things? Before I know it, she's sitting there, and then her manager calls her. And so she talking to the manager, and so the manager is talking to her, and she's like, well, what we can do is we can try to give you the money back today, right now. I said, so you already knew that was possible? Well, yeah, but I said, well, so you telling me you holding secrets? So you're not letting me know this. You should have let me know. I said, you should have been honest with me and just say, hey, excuse me, ma'am. Yes, it takes 7 days, but if I can get my manager to help me, it's a possibility I can get this done today or get this done now. That's honesty. You understand? That's what I look at in customer service. I know things ain't going to work right all the time, but if you can get something done, do your job. Then you ain't got to deal with a person coming back and harassing you later. Because how many times y'all